Managing a design system in Figma can be a challenge. In this video, I'll show you the top 8 Figma plugins for design system management that will help you work smarter and not harder. Let's dive in. So let's say you want to make changes to the first design system you made. We have a plugin called Batch Styler, and this plugin lets you to edit multiple text and color styles simultaneously, saving you time and hassle of adjusting them individually or manually. So let's look at how to use this plugin. Come over here to the plugin section and search for Batch Styler. I already have it saved, so I will just run it. Now here's how to use it. First of all, you install it from the Figma community plugin. If you haven't, you open the design file you want to use the plugin in, and then you check for the Batch Styler plugin, which is over here. Now, you select the style you want to modify. It automatically reads all the styles you want to modify. So like text styles and color styles and all of that. So for the text style, I already have some of them saved. And if I want to modify it, I'll just click on this and change. Perhaps I want to change the style from 48 pixels to 52 pixels. And I want to change the line height from 72 to 64. I also want to write a description or an annotation for what this text style will be used for. I can do that here, although I don't want to at the moment, or I could just undo all of this to what it was usually and then update the styles. It automatically updates this style, just as stated here that the style is successfully updated. Now we can also do the same for color styles that we have saved on our design system right here on the right hand panel of this Figma file. So for instance, I've saved the setup and the add devices. So if I click on setup, it shows me the color that I use for that, which is white, pure white, and I could be able to edit it from here. So let's see F1, 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 and update the style. If you want to check if this was successful, let's go over to setup here. So it automatically updates this for you instead of you doing it manually or going over what these text styles are one after the other. Now, another plugin we want to talk about is design system adoption. Ever wondered how well your design system is being used? Design system adoption gives you insights into component usage and helps you to optimize your design system. As always, to get to the plugin, we'll come over here to the plugin section, search for it. Now, for you to use this plugin, you can analyze a single frame, you can analyze your page, you can analyze the entire file to see how the components you've created across the entire file is being used. So let's say we want to analyze the entire page. It's going to run and it's going to give you an entire file report about the components on this page. It's going to tell you how well it is being used, how often it's being used, on what page it is being used, and you could always go over to that page to see what page it is. We're currently in page 1, and here it's stating that the components that we created in this file is on page 1. So we can always see the file report. Now this file report will help us to decide what we can do about these components. Are we using them? Why are we not using them? What can we do to improve them? And things like that. In this case, we are improving our design systems, not manually, but helping us to make sure that these design systems that we've created are in use, or if they are no longer in use, or if they are not being used, we can know whether to delete them or to just leave them. We have another plugin, and this plugin is quite interesting. It's the design system organizer, and this is essential and it lets you manage styles and components effortlessly. Remember, we're talking about design system management here. So the design system organizer helps you to manage the styles and components effortlessly. The design system organizer is going to show me or manage these styles and components for me. I can rename the components from here. I can move them, I can delete them in bulk, or I can save and apply changes to this. So if I want to rename it, I could just like click in and rename it to, let's say, log, oops, that's a caps, log out button. And once I save it, it automatically reflects here. I know you're saying we can easily do this from the panel, from the left-hand panel. But what if you have multiple components that you want to work on? What if you have multiple styles? You would not manually come here and start searching for it, or just using the search feature because you might have forgotten the name. So what Design System Organizer does for you is take a list of all the components you have here, and you go over it one by one. By when you select in, it takes you directly to that component, and then you'll be able to rename or edit or do whatever you want to do with it. Sometimes you feel the need to document your design for developers. Well, a plugin named Specs automatically adds spacing, typography, and component specifications for your design system. So your developer can come over to the file and see what these specifications are and be able to account for them in the code. So how you're going to do this is just simply run the code. You simply run the code by choosing a frame or by choosing a component, and once you click on it, this run button becomes enabled. So we run this and let's see what it automatically does for us. Now it gives us an anatomy of this file, of this particular design frame that we selected. And if you notice on the right side here, it tells us about the frame, that the height is 932 pixels, the width is 430, the background color is 121212 hex color code. The container, which is this particular one that houses the card, has a width of 398 pixels, has a border color with the hex color code 292929, and all of that. If you do not want to manually annotate this for your developers to account for them in the code, you could just use this plugin and it automatically generates everything you need to know about that particular frame. The fifth plugin is Instance Finder. And you might be wondering, why do I need to find an instance? But the Instance Finder helps you track down all the instances of a particular component that is used across the design. Let's say you want to make changes to them or make updates to them. You do not have to start manually looking for these instances one by one. The Instance Finder automatically does that for you. Now, this button over here is also an instance. I want to find where the main component is. Oh, look at all of that it gave me, where the instances where all of them are being used. I could just select one and it automatically takes me to where that instance is. Select number 2, it takes me to where the instance is. Select number 3, and so on and so forth. So here are the instances where they were used and all of that. Now this is a great design system plugin because once again, it helps you find the instances, where the instances of these products are, instead of you doing that manually inside of Figma, ensuring that the design is consistent should you want to make updates to them. The sixth Figma plugin is called Master. I don't know why it's called Master, but we'll find out. The Master allows you to create, move, or swap components while keeping the overrides intact. So let's go over to the plugin section. We look for Master, and here is Master. Now Master says, do you want to create components from objects? Do you want to pick a target object? Components, do you want to link objects to target component? And these are the 3 options. We want to create components from objects. So we're going to click on that and the plugin is going to load. It's attaching. So it says it has finally attached a component that I previously selected, which is the logout button component. So you see what this does for us. It doesn't like override the previous components at all, making sure that you just have to make changes without losing any of the previous changes you have made. The Roller Design Linter is a plugin that helps you to scan for the design inconsistencies and helps you to fix them. We are humans and we make mistakes sometimes, so we could make mistakes with the specifications of a particular component, a particular design system specification, and we might not know. Now, what this Roller Design Linter does for us is that it helps us to find these inconsistencies and pick them out, and also align them with the other components or the other design systems that we've made, color styles, text styles, and all of that. And once these changes have been made, there's consistency in our design system and it's properly managed. This is particularly useful if you're working in a large team or you're working solo, whichever the case may be. Last but not the least, we'll be talking about a very important plugin, and this plugin's name is Token Studios. And Token Studios is so useful. It's super useful because it generates tokens for your developers, so that when you're collaborating with a developer, he actually gets the tokens for these design systems you've created and then is able to implement them in code. So let's run the Token Studios for Figma plugin to find out how to use it. Okay, right inside here in the Token Studio for Figma, we notice that I have preset the color style. Now this color style is selected. I select it and then I want to see what the code looks like for the developers. I can just easily select this icon here. And then we see that it has generated for us what the code block for this, or the CSS code block actually looks like. A developer can copy what's inside of here and then apply that to his code. If you also save other components inside of this Token Studio plugin and then check for the code block, you can also get it here and then send this to your developer or use it to collaborate effectively with your developer. We've talked a lot about many design system management tools here. The 8 essential ones I've picked out to help you manage your design system like a pro. Which plugin do you think will be most useful? I want to know your answers in the comment section. And if you found this video helpful, do not forget to like, do not forget to subscribe, and thank you for watching. Happy designing!